Let's, though, guys, get to the stock of the day, which is Fortescue. So, yes, a blue chip, but also out with a bit of C-suite news today. So, do you remember former Chief Executive Elizabeth Gaines? Well, when she left the CEO role, she did become an executive director. So, she's actually resigned from the board following that exit from the CEO position in 2022. She'll be leaving the board at the end of June. So Fortescue has appointed Sigrid Kaag, a former Dutch finance minister and diplomat, to the Fortescue board as non-executive director. So a bit of news there, but Raymond, correct me if I'm wrong, the overarching news when it comes to Fortescue is always the iron ore price, and the iron ore price has held up well. What are the fortunes for Fortescue right now?
The iron ore business for Fortescue remain highly profitable. I think the latest trading update suggests 53% margin, so massive. The dividend also surprised on the upside on the last update. So that Fortescue actually featured in a lot of funds manager income portfolio, surprisingly. So the old saying, you don't buy resources for income, but that's not the case for Fortescue. However, we have a whole recommendation. We are a little bit more cautious, partly because what you suggested. So today's announcement is just another example of staff turnover that we are seeing with Fortescue business in recent times. So that certainly get us less bullish about the situation. And of course, Fortescue need to spend a lot of capex on the non-profit generating area, like the green energy or that. So that will certainly drain on the cash flow. So at this stage, yes, well aware the positive about the iron ore business. However, we still have a whole recommendation. We prefer to look at it at a lower price.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Fortescue at a lower price. I'm just looking at some of the research reports. I mean, we've got an outperform from Macquarie and accumulate, I believe, from Ord Minnett. So what is the thesis behind that accumulate recommendation, David?
Yeah, well, we're quite positive on the business and think that it is an excellent business. They've got great resources. As Raymond said, their production is pretty strong. In their last production result, it was pretty much in line with expectations, although the company did announce a further $680 million US capital expenditure in relation to their green energy projects in the Pilbara. So that is a fairly large expense that they're going through. I think that the announcement today is, although Elizabeth Gaines has been involved with the company for a long time and is very well respected, I think it's an interesting appointment that Sigrid Kaag has a lot of international experience, as you mentioned, as a finance minister and actually deputy prime minister of the Netherlands for a while as well. So certainly there's a lot of political influence and the global nature of the business. So yeah, I think that's a positive. But I guess similar to Raymond, that accumulate recommendation really means buy on weakness. So we like the business. Our target price on the company is $20 and they're currently trading at $21.87. So they're actually trading a little bit above where we think they should be. So that accumulate is a bit of a soft buy, and again looking for buy on weakness, so taking advantage of some of the volatility in the market. Wouldn't be buying them today. They're up about 1.7%, looking at hopefully trying to get closer to that $20 mark.
Well, I'm going to call that a hold for today then, because the rules of the game, so to speak,
Sure,
are buy, hold, or sell on the day. And just for our viewers out there as well, don't forget, this is information only. This is not personal financial advice by any stretch of the imagination. You do need to do your own research or get advice, because we don't know exactly what you've got in your portfolio or your risk tolerance, all of the usual. So do keep that in mind.